Yeah, okay. Andrew Cuomo resigned today. And in related news, nipple ring futures took a nosedive. That may not be strictly true, but it's technically correct. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Technically Correct. We're geeks who drink, and you're probably wondering how this works and if I'm in a penitentiary. I'm not. I'm on a floor of an Airbnb. In this first round, our director AJ is going to serve up questions from the Geeks archive. We panelists will have 2 minutes to debate and finally choose an answer for the group. At the end of the 2 minutes, we'll decide on our final answer, and AJ will tell us if we're right. Hopefully, we're right. Lather, rinse, repeat. If you're watching this live, we are watching you in the chat. Chime in if you have anything witty or interesting to say about the question. Just whatever you do, don't shout out the answers. We can be wrong all by ourselves. Thank you very much. Before we get started, let's meet the panel. The owner of a million hats, Naim Siddiqui. The owner of a million cats, Leah Popolinsky. The owner of a million tats, Eric Cohen. Vaxxed, unwaxed, and ready for snacks. Me, I'm Nicole Holiday, and I'm not even sure if Eric has tattoos. I just had to keep rhyming. Sorry about that, Eric. Without further ado, AJ, what is our first question?
Our first question this evening, featured in Space Jam, what three-word catchphrase was first heard in the cartoon A Wild Hare?
Here's the basketball, Michael Jordan.
Okay, wait. Did anybody see the new Space Jam?
I have not.
No,
I've been meaning to, and I just haven't gotten around to it. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, HBO Max keeps sending me emails reminding me it's going to go away, and I delete them.
Wow, I feel bad for LeBron James.
I think he's doing okay.
I'm sure he got a really good paycheck.
I own the first Space Jam on Blu-ray. It's over there on my Blu-ray shelf.
Yeah.
That come out before or after you
for
were
the
born?
original.
After I was born. I think it came out in 95, and I was born in 93.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 25th anniversary of Space Jam. No, I can't math. It's 26th anniversary of Space
Last year
Jam.
it was. Yeah, I can't. I think they had a 25th anniversary Blu-ray last year. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It was 96.
It was 96, so it was 25 this year. Look at that.
I was right. I was right all along.
Yeah.
I think I have shoes older than Naim.
I was Target Space Jam age, I think. I was 8 when Space Jam came out. So I had Space Jam sheets. They glowed in the dark. It was cool.
I definitely wore out the VHS we had of Space Jam. So that's why I bought it on Blu-ray when I had the chance as an adult. I was like, you know what? This is a movie I loved as a child.
You guys know the theme song?
Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam.
Yeah. You still hear it. You still hear it at
It's not going to beat the music from a Goofy movie.
events.
The Space Jam soundtrack, though, is really good. The Space Jam soundtrack, the Power Rangers soundtrack, and the Digimon soundtrack is like the holy trinity of 90s movie soundtracks that are better than they should be.
Yeah,
I understood most of the words you said there.
Do we know the answer?
I want to go with that's all, folks.
I would say what's up, Doc.
And I was gonna go with Kill the Wabbit.
I don't think Kill the Wabbit is in Space Jam.
So you guys
Fair enough. I haven't seen either one.
You guys have made me the tiebreaker.
You have, yeah, you are.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Naim seems confident. I'm gonna go with what's up, Doc.
It is What's Up, Doc.
80s babies and 90s babies unite for victory.
Yeah.
In the chat, we have all of the lyrics to the Space Jam.
Wave your hands in
Well,
the air
goodness.
if you feel fine. We're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. Yeah.
It's been Space Jam hour with Naim, y'all.
I'm glad you knew how the the melody goes, because I would have just been doing a
Dramatic
I don't know,
reading.
slam poetry or something.
Ooh, we narrowly avoided that fate. AJ, I think we got to get away from this before slam poetry. There's an outbreak.
You know who's in Space Jam? Larry Bird. All right, moving on.
Do we have another question?
Well, we finally have a question in Naim's wheelhouse.
Great.
Moneyball tells the story of how what AL West team rose from mediocre to sort of good.
Hey, guess what movie I also own on Blu-ray and the book this time? I also own the book
Ooh.
of this one. Yeah, and the
You're
hat.
telling
I
me
have
you
the
don't
hat
own
for
the
this team.
novelization of
Everything.
Space Jam?
What's that?
You don't own the novelization of Space Jam?
I don't own the novelization of Space Jam. What I do have right next to me is 3 different years of MLB The Show. So
Wow.
baseball. I do like baseball.
So here's the thing. I saw this film. I know it had Brad Pitt.
Yes, Brad Pitt plays
Yeah.
Billy Bean.
There was baseball.
Indeed, there was.
Can't tell you anything else.
Our producer
There was
mentions,
math?
a fact that I do already know, that is Jonah Hill's character is named Peter Brand. He's based on a real executive named John DePodesta, who now is an executive with the Browns, the Cleveland Browns. So he is trying to bring the Moneyball aspect over to football.
If you leave baseball to go to football and you go to the Browns, that feels like a demotion. And I am from Ohio.
I think it was more of a lateral move.
Well, yeah. So do somebody who's not Naim know? I'm gonna put on my teacher hat. Yes,
So-
star
so
student.
this
I know
is-
you know. Who else knows?
So this is not the one with Ben Stiller throwing balls at people.
That's what's that
Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
one?
I don't own that one
Okay,
on Blu-ray.
just had to make sure.
Okay, so Leah, I don't feel like you know.
I don't. Good guess.
Can I get another student volunteer? Eric, what do you think?
Oh, definitely along the same lines of Leah.
Can you name any AL West team?
Angels.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can. I can
That is
name
an AL
teams.
West team. That is true. They were in the movie
Um,
Angels on the Outfield, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and also in the 90s.
Also,
Good film.
athletics.
Yes,
Athletics
Oakland.
is correct. The Oakland Athletics. Yeah, that's
Is that our answer, Naim?
that is our answer. Oakland Athletics.
Oh,
Yes.
we're gonna go with the A's.
It is the Oakland A's.
Leah,
Congratulations.
I never doubted you for a second.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Naim. If we were playing technically incorrect, it would be your only point this
I would have had a great point there.
If there's one thing I can do on sports questions, it's randomly name teams. I'm good at that.
Sometimes it works. All right. Well, let's keep it moving. AJ, what's our next question?
Our next question. LaCroix's website has lots of recipes for dry mimosas using their product instead of what booze?
Oh, I love LaCroix.
Never thought of having a.
And
fake
it's not
mimosa with
LaCroix.
it, though.
Thanks for getting it right, AJ. It's from Wisconsin. It's not French. I love it so much that I'm drinking alcoholic LaCroix.
Oh, I
That's
suppose you might call this alcoholic LaCroix.
Yes.
No laws, Leah. No laws when you're drinking clothes.
Mm.
I'm drinking an
I'm
agave. one.
supporting our Canadian watchers tonight with my Canada Dry ginger ale.
This has been beverage hour.
How many Canadian watchers do we have tonight?
And Nime's keeping it American with 7-Up.
Diet 7-Up.
Oh, watching your figure. And your sugar.
Yeah.
Or,
I think
his
it's
cavities.
7-Up Zero Sugar. I have a lot of cavities. They're not good.
Y'all.
So
I also know
basically,
brunch.
it's orange juice and soda water is what they're recommending you drink.
Well, that's good though, because orange juice is really sweet. So you just make yourself a little cocktail to cut the orange juice, and then you can avoid getting the sugars, as my people call it,
So
or
this sounds
diabetes, like that guy in that commercial.
so this sounds
Super
yummy,
friendly.
yummy. Our producer is telling us that LaCroix also has recipes for sangria, margarita, and something called Shamrock Shuffle.
Now that's not right? Because isn't
That-
the Shamrock Shuffle? No, it's a Super Bowl Shuffle. Never mind. Let's keep going.
So I'm gonna have to go check out the LaCroix site after our show.
Make some LaCroix tails.
No, I think that worked.
Did it?
You're shaking your head, but that's what my sense of humor is.
Croy tails.
The dumber the better.
All right. So people think that there's champagne in mimosas, but there's not. It's prosecco.
Huh.
So, or any sparkling wine will do. So I think that's it.
But the question is that what we had as our answer in the archives? We might, yeah. And I'd
Sparkling
probably
wine?
still
Can
go
we get
with
away
champagne.
with sparkling wine?
Probably that probably could accept. Yeah, that would be my guess. Yeah.
AJ, if we say sparkling wine and we need to be more specific, tell us to be more specific.
I would say be more specific.
Is
Oh.
it champagne? I don't make me say champagne. That's not technically correct.
Well, it is technically correct if you can put champagne in.
All right, fine. Champagne.
It is champagne!
It's prosecco, and you know it.
Nicole, you can send an email to erogenouszone@geekswhodrink.com and
I will die on this hill.
and we'll pretend to send you a sash because we don't have those anymore.
Oh,
I know.
but I will die knowing I was right.
Yes, you will.
We'll
I
put it on
lived
your
in Manhattan
headstone.
in my 20s.
It
I
was
was drudge
technically
expert.
correct.
I was. Give me a technically correct sash. I really need that.
Is there like a Zoom filter that does it? Is there?
Somebody give me a background, and next time I'll put it on my green screen. When I'm not in the not prison that I'm in right now. When I'm
I'd
back in
like
the
to
real
think
one.
this is your green screen background. Like, I'm gonna do the background with the one outlet partially obscured.
Look, if I lean against it, it'll hurt my back. Anyway, let's get out of here.
So you
AJ.
say.
What's the next question?
Our last question before our first break. Once called Cooper's, what underwear empire renamed itself after its strap-like junk support system?
I only wear MeUndies, so if MeUndies wants to sponsor the stream, we'll take money.
I bought MeUndies as a present for my boyfriend.
They're
That's all
great.
I
It's
know
good
about
underwear. I'm not even joking. I literally do
No,
only wear MeUndies. It's
I
great.
did because I needed the free shipping. I bought some for myself. But I'm afraid we're about to sound like a podcast.
I'm just saying we'll take a sponsorship. I'm not saying they are a sponsor. I'm
Well,
just saying
maybe
we'll take a
whoever made
sponsorship.
this underwear support.
So I gotta say, so between you and me and the internet, I'm pretty sure I bought this brand, and I can tell you that the support system, something I never would have thought of. It's nice.
Thanks for that illustration.
Well, we're fishing for sponsorships. We might as well, fish harder.
Oh, I've been told in the chat that I am technically correct. The International Beverage Association says that the recipe for a mimosa is 75 milliliters orange juice and prosecco. Let's get back to underwear. Eric Cohen,
Give me enough prosecco. I'll go in the other room and grab it for you.
do we need that?
I don't know what YouTube's terms of service are.
Yeah, that might get us kicked off. Nobody give him prosecco. What product did you buy that you think is a candidate for this?
They're now called Saks with 2 X's.
No.
Well, that you could have put that in your introductory thing along with.
I was really trying not to.
Oh.
And somehow it came up anyway.
So I was like, I deserve something nice, something for me. I see these guys advertised on great podcasts all the time. Why
Treat
not?
yourself.
And so I bought a pair. And
does anyone object to
that
Saks?
particular feature wasn't the reason I bought it, but it's nice.
No objection at all.
Yeah, I guess.
Sometimes we just
is
need
the
support.
panel pro Saks?
For now. AJ, are we right?
Saks is incorrect. It's jockey.
Jockey for him. Because there's jockey for her.
I was thinking jockey, but Eric seemed so sure.
I mean,
We overthought it.
We did over.
We started talking about podcast sponsorships.
We led you down the wrong road. Well, I guess it's time for our first ad break. Let's get out of here and stop talking about underwear. See you back in a few. Hey, we're back for the rest of our technically correct round. Remember to try and be as funny as us in the chat. Just don't shout out the answers. AJ, what's our next question?
Our next question. To develop his rabies vaccine, what Frenchman grabbed saliva samples from the lips of mad dogs?
That's gross. Also, like, pretty bold, man.
Very bold.
Good for
Well,
you.
I mean, who hasn't gotten a saliva sample from their pet in order to find out what breed they are?
Not me, but I'm
you
thinking
know,
about, what is it, 23 and Me Bark Edition?
yeah. Well, I did one with this guy, and they said he was mostly Abyssinian, so I'm not entirely certain that that was working as expected.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll let you know about my dog. We found out earlier is called Dwayne the Rock Dogson. What if he was Samoan, like his namesake? That would be awesome. Doubt it though. He seems French. All right. Do we know scientists that would do some dumb stuff like this?
Most of
I
them.
mean, it depends on when it was, because science back in the day was a whole lot of let's just try it.
That's
And
the
it's shocking
spirit.
how much of that worked.
You know, the ones who survived were all about it.
Well, we have a rabies vaccine because of it, so
I feel like we've
hallelujah.
had it for a while. I feel like we've had it for like
Yeah.
100 years.
At least, I'd probably say closer to 200.
It might be one of the first vaccines. Because rabies is bad.
Mhm.
Okay, he was French.
Right.
Nine,
So that
quick. Name
narrows
a
it
French
down.
scientist.
Pasteur.
There
I
you go.
thought about Pasteur because, man, that guy was helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he did
the
a
only
lot.
one I can name.
Pasteurization. We got it. Makes the milk safe.
The Pasteur rabies vaccine.
I feel
Yeah.
like some people are really prolific. Like once they invent one helpful thing, they do more.
Probably a good guess.
All right. I guess we're gonna do it. AJ, is it Pasteur?
It is Louis Pasteur.
Hey! We know
Nine
one
fell
French
ass backward into
scientist.
that one.
Hell yeah, I did.
We know one French guy. Apparently, it's from 1885 also. So Leah, the answer was between my guess and your mad guess. We're celebrating the, don't make me math, 136th anniversary of the rabies vaccine. Awesome. AJ, what do we got next?
A year after Coffee, Pam Grier played what similar film character who was a whole lot of woman?
Who took
I-
African American
Tip of my
history?
I love Coffee. That movie is amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen it before. There's an amazing scene where she knows she's going to have to fight some other bitches. And so she puts razor blades in her weave so that she knows when they go to grab her hair to pull on it, they get cut with razor blades. It's amazing.
That takes planning. That's impressive.
That's aggressive.
That's strategy.
It's terrifying.
Normally you take off your earrings, you pull back your hair, and you get some Vaseline on the face so they don't scratch you. That's how you fight a woman.
And you're trying to
Classically.
tell us you're not in jail.
Look, I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations. This Zoom call is costing me $800 an hour. Here we are. Pam Grier is amazed. Oh yeah, also I'm not getting reimbursed. The producer just told me, doing this out of the kindness of my heart. Oh, these costs. No, but actually, like the costs of making calls from prison is an atrocity and like a actual human rights violation. So we shouldn't joke about it. But my setting is bad because I'm on vacay. My bad. Anyway, what else do we know about Pam Grier?
She is amazing.
Is she a bad mother? Shut your mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That seems like the right era, right?
Yeah.
Well, she also seems like somebody that's someone like Quentin Tarantino would have a fetish for.
He does. It seems.
And
He put her
did
in
the
Jackie
film
Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Is it
Exactly.
Jackie Brown?
That's exactly where
It
I'm
is
going with
not
that.
Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown was like 30 years later.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's Foxy Brown.
Ooh.
Hmm.
How do we feel about that?
Sure.
Naim is like, I was born after this.
I remember Jackie Brown.
Okay, so that's not the right answer.
Definitely not the right answer. Yeah.
Leo, what do you think?
I thought, some part of me thought that was a remake of a different Jackie Brown, but maybe I'm not right about that. I haven't seen it, so yeah, Foxy would work for me.
All right, I think we're going with Foxy Brown.
It is Foxy Brown.
Thanks, Eric.
Nice.
Seriously, everyone should go watch Coffee. It's fucking great.
All right. This has been Pam Grier Appreciation Hour. Also, no objection. More of that, please. Isn't she on the L Word? Or that she was on the original one?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, she is. The not the new one. I don't think so.
Yeah.
On the new one,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Many opportunities to see Pam Grier. What is our next question, AJ?
Jellybird eggs and those conversation hearts are signature products of what lame candy company?
Didn't they go out of business?
Well, I don't know. As long as there's Valentine's Day, I think they'll be in business.
Yeah, I feel like they like were in danger of going out of business. They might have gotten bought or something, but
In the chat, John Pio says Raytheon. Are they that bad? They must be made by like an evil defense contractor. That's what I assume Raytheon is. I honestly don't really know.
Well, if they ever stop being able to sell conversation hearts, they'd probably have, a market for miniature urinal pods.
Oh, so gross.
They kind of look the same.
AJ didn't say this out loud, but he did say if they make candy corn, we should burn them to the ground.
well, I think Brax makes candy corn, and I also like candy corn. So
Don't they make the butterscotches too?
I believe so. That sounds right.
I don't mind candy corn. 1 or 2 is really good. 3 or 4, and it's just that's just too much sweet.
Yeah, you eat enough candy corn so that you can make little things out of them, and then you stop eating them.
Hot tip.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Great way to get
Brax-
cavities, just in those two specific teeth.
Just those.
Yeah.
So ones that don't make chocolate. So we're like away from like Hershey and stuff, right? Like
Right. Hershey, Nestle. No. Who makes Airheads?
So I'm leaning towards Necco, as in the purveyors of the wafers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Necco feels right to me as well.
gross.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't
Like-
feel right. It feels like chalk you're supposed to eat and say thanks.
Right. No, my first thought was Smarties, but no, those are way too tart for to be the same company as Conversation Hearts. So yeah, Necco sounds.
So maybe I was thinking Necco. I think they stopped making the wafers maybe for a little bit, but they still make this Valentine's Day monstrosity. I think that's right. All right, let's go with Necco. Is it Necco?
Necco is incorrect. Naim did glance right off of the correct answer with Brax.
Brax? Oh, come on.
No. Also,
Rip.
I've been informed that they make lemon drops and cinnamon hard candy, but they do not make butterscotch. So let's not give them credit.
In order to appease my marital bliss, my wife would like me to inform the internet that Necco wafers are indeed good, and you should not listen to me.
I feel like some people think they're good, but that's a hot take. Most of us.
I feel like she's right that usually you shouldn't listen to Eric, but in this case.
All right, AJ, can we have another question?
You can have another question. Sans banana skirt, what expat dancer was the only female speaker at MLK's March on Washington?
Yeah, I guess the banana skirt wouldn't have fit in there.
Banana skirt.
Yeah.
What is it? Carmen Miranda?
I'm kind of not expecting it to be Carmen Miranda,
No, that seems wrong.
but how fun would that have been? Actually, if both of them were there.
Oh, cute. Well, this person is an expat, so they have to be a person that left.
Right. Right. Lots of people were going to France during that period of time.
James Baldwin.
Hmm.
And then he was like, I feel bad. I better go back. And then he was like, oh, it's still real bad.
Did he go back to France then?
No, I think he
Oh, he
stayed,
stayed.
but then he died. So
Oh,
yeah.
I was hoping for a happier ending, but I guess, considering it's been like 60 years.
Yeah, I mean,
he
everyone dies at
probably
some
died
point.
at some point in there.
I think if we asked him, he might not want to still be alive at this point.
No,
It's a dark
probably not.
timeline. He wrote some nice stuff though. So who else was over there in France with him?
Well, much earlier than that, you had Gertrude Stein and Alice B. Toklas.
Yeah, but like,
France has sort of been the catch-all for lefties who, lefty outcasts.
the thing is, like, is MLK their brand?
Probably not so
Gertrude
much. And
Stein.
they were probably dead by that time too.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's Josephine Baker.
I have that feeling too.
Not
I
because
mean-
of the banana skirt. I don't know about that, but I have encountered this fact previously.
Well, she is the one who made banana skirts vogue. So if
Everybody
anyone
go
did.
Google banana skirt. I will, because I don't know what it looks like.
Oh,
Gentlemen, do you object?
You do not object from the delegation of male participants.
Smart male delegation. AJ, is it Josephine Baker?
It is Josephine Baker.
Lady high five.
woo.
By the way, I did Google banana skirt, and it says skirt made of bananas.
Sweet.
It is
Well,
I
exactly
don't know
what it
what I
sounds
was
like.
expecting to find.
That seems heavy.
I'm kind of
Um,
wondering what else a banana skirt could have possibly looked like. And yeah,
Just made of bananas.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, that does it for our first round, but the real fun starts after this break. That's when we stop singing Kumbaya and start messing with each other in the round we call Technically Incorrect. Stay right here. All right. Welcome back to Technically Correct, and specifically to our second round, Technically Incorrect. First, though, remember you can check out Geeks Who Drink pub quizzes in bars across America about every night, and you can get a quick hit of trivia on YouTube every weekday around lunchtime. If you subscribe to this channel before you go, you will not miss anything. We also have a whole quiz on Twitch every Monday, and you can even book us to do a private quiz virtually in person. And I mean, you can book us, all of us. For all the details on all that stuff, bookmark geekswhodrink.com and follow us on the social media as well. Now for Technically Incorrect. In this round, the panel will still have 2 minutes to answer each question, but no more teamwork. It's every person for themselves. We'll be trying to psych each other out, and you should be too. Tell us weird things in the chat. Put your most plausible wrong answers. We'll throw them in the mix. At the end of the timer, we'll all write down our answers and we will show them to see who is right, by which I mean the panelists will do that. You don't have to do that. You can be wrong in the comfort of your own home, but we are on the spot. AJ, start us off.
Our first question for Technically Incorrect. Okay. Rihanna wants to have you as her prisoner for the night. In what 2010 hit?
Rihanna? Why would you do that?
Because you look so fetching in front of that bare white wall with one outlet.
All right, we get it. Nicole's in prison. Can we name Rihanna's songs?
I can. Yeah, hold on. I
No.
could definitely name Rihanna songs. SOS is a Rihanna song. Disturbia.
That
She has a
is.
song called Disturbia. Work.
Wag, 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 wag,
Wah,
wag.
wah, wah, wah. Yeah. See me, do me. Wah, wah. Yeah. That's 3 right there.
Well, she's had so many songs that we could probably just make up titles, and like a
Right.
third of them are right.
Yeah. and
You
Eric
forgot
would be
about
none the wiser.
Umbrella, Ella.
Ella, of course.
A,
Hey,
Of course,
hey,
of course.
hey.
You've named the one I knew.
Oh yeah, she just became a billionaire. Which, like, billionaires shouldn't exist, but if they do have to exist, I'm glad Rihanna's one. Do it for the culture. I feel like it could be Disturbia.
That sounds feasible.
That
Could
It's
also
got
be. It could also be
Disturbed.
S&M. There's a song called S&M. It could be that one.
Oh, good suggestion.
That would be a little on the nose, though, wouldn't it?
Would she do
Yes.
us like that?
I don't know. Would she?
I don't think it's Umbrella. Just gonna throw you guys a bone. Seems like no. In the chat, Pio says arms dealer and painful day. Waterfalls, Queen for a week. He's just making stuff up, and I don't think these are real songs, guys. Well, anyway, our time has come to an end. AJ, sorry if you can't see mine. Oh, there we go.
S&M, S&M, S&M. The theme from Battleship. That is 0 points all around. The song is Only Girl.
Like I'm the only
Once
girl
you
in the
make me
world.
feel
Sure.
like I'm the only girl. Man, how did I miss that?
Mm.
I feel
Forgot
embarrassed.
about that one. You're
Thank
right.
you.
She has so many
I
songs.
was
it's
really
easy to
worried
forget.
I was the only one to miss a point on that one.
Rihanna, we're very, very
She-
sorry. We
She
won't
was
let it
in
happen
Battleship.
again.
You had that one right.
We
Justice
send
for
our-
I'm not
Tams.
completely clueless.
We send apologies. Please
I'd seen
don't
that
stop
first.
us. I would like to continue to buy your makeup. Please don't ban me for not knowing this. AJ, what's our next question?
Coco the Gorilla cleverly combined the signs for metal and stuck to describe what objects?
Y'all.
Oh, it could be so many things. Maybe we should ask Rihanna.
Does she know this? Eric Cohen looks like he should know this.
Is it because of the gorilla part?
It's just like, some trivia.
Yeah. You know what? I can't think of Coco the gorilla without thinking of George from Seinfeld.
I don't know this joke.
Yeah, tell us
Oh.
the story.
Well, it has to do with going to a jerk store and George Costanza not looking like a human and looking more like a gorilla. It's a show
Okay.
about nothing. It's really hard to describe.
Have
Not
you
without-
heard of this ancient text called Seinfeld?
I've never seen Fieldstein before, but I hear that he likes airplane food.
Yeah, Fieldstein, that classic 90s show. What could it be though? Let's just like reason through it. Leah, do you have an idea for metal and stuck?
I have a whole bunch of ideas. Well,
Oh.
it could be nails, it could be safety pins, it could be staples. I mean, we use metal things to stick things all the time. So yeah, screws. Well, so I guess
Oh.
it comes down to what's a gorilla most likely to be using.
Did they give
Bananas.
them? I don't know the gender of Coco. Did they give them tools?
I think she used all sorts of things, right? I mean,
Pretty smart
Yeah.
gorilla.
yeah, as
I
gorillas go.
feel like screws are appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may go with that. All right, it's time.
Hey,
All right, what are your answers? I've got magnet, handcuffs, paper clips, and a cage. Nicole for the point with magnets.
nice.
Metal.
How do they
stuff.
work?
There's a magnet in front of me right the whole time, and I just couldn't even think of it.
Also, we found out that Coco was a female lowland gorilla, and if you, I would dash everyone's hopes and dreams. Professional linguists do not believe that Coco had language. Sorry, not sorry. Watch some documentaries. Basically, like animals can remember a set. We can train dogs to remember a set order of things. And there's limited combinatorial ability as evidenced by this magnet metal thing, but it wasn't actually recursive or infinitely productive. And that is the bar for human language. So communication, but not quite language. Anyway, that's my day job. Stop
I
that.
just want to make sure Cohen stopped because it finally focused on him.
It's not a developed enough system. That's the Cliff's notes. AJ, I feel like I'm doing my day job and I just want to do my night job. Give us another question.
Your next question, panel. Galilean binoculars is an even bougier name for what item that helps you watch Rigoletto?
Rigoletto. All right, Leah.
3D glasses.
You seem classy. No offense, dudes. You seem classy.
None
3D
taken.
glasses.
Reading glasses.
3D glasses.
3D
like real,
glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They actually invented Real D 3D for Rigoletto.
No kidding. Yeah. No. Well. It's something that could have existed in that time, because sometime between Galileo and the present day, they had the picture, the things that sort of became picture masters. I forget what they're called.
Viewmaster.
And Viewmasters, but the things that you would look in and they would be slightly off, and then when you looked inside, they would sort of come together and form a 3D kind of thing. So.
I had that when I was a kid, the little red one with the clippy.
Right. Yeah. So Yeah, so but that existed in the 19th century too. So 3D glasses. It could be a Rigoletto the 3D graphic novel. I don't know.
I know that I said that Leah seemed like the classiest one, but Eric, you seem classy too. What do you think?
Well, it's funny you bring up Rigoletto because there was an episode of Seinfeld where they went to the. That didn't happen.
Feldstein again.
Fieldstein, yeah.
Fieldstein.
Sorry, where'd they go?
To prison.
No.
To go see Rigoletto.
I know that one.
Did they for real? Is this on facts?
Along with George Steinbrenner. Is that what?
No, he was in that show.
I know.
Stereoscope.
I'm familiar with Seinfeld. I was kidding earlier.
I don't feel like we know. Let's see some answers.
Hey,
Well,
look
if
at that.
we go down, we go down together.
It is a group effort to all get a point each with opera glasses.
Hey.
But
I mean, they're
wouldn't,
named for what they do.
But wouldn't Rigoletto, the 3D graphic novel, be pretty cool?
Graphic novel experience.
I
We
would buy
better
that.
go ahead and trademark that before
I think
somebody.
so.
I can't wait for Robert Zemeckis's Rigoletto only in theaters.
Coming to you summer 2022. Also, I'm hearing that the cast of Seinfeld is sent to prison in the series
Yeah,
finale.
no, I know that. I understand.
No,
that was
no,
the joke.
I didn't. It's not about you. There are other people here, Naim.
No.
Kids these days, am I right? AJ, maybe you can humble him with this next question.
Your next question. Nashville has a scale-perfect replica of the Parthenon, complete with a huge statue of what goddess?
What is with this Greek stuff today?
At least we're off the sports.
All the sports ones are gonna happen in the technically correct round when I know things.
But Naim, you're also a noted classical scholar.
Absolutely, I am.
Did you change your major from math to classics?
To communication.
Ah.
No. Sure. This one you would know if you read Percy Jackson, which it didn't. So, you know who did know? Jose. It's all last week bits. Moving on. Yeah, I don't know. Greek goddesses. Venus is Greek, right? Let's go with that.
I think that's Roman.
I can't tell the difference.
I believe it's also it could listen, why not? ¿Por qué no los dos?
Well, she exists in both Greek and Roman, but the names are different. Basically, if it's a planet, it's Roman mostly, probably, I think. Now I'm doubting.
I do know in the movie The Martian, the rove, the mission was called the Ares mission because Ares and Mars are the same.
Mm.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Cohen, have you been to Nashville?
I have not been to Nashville.
But he does love Nashville hot chicken.
I do love Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, that is tasty. What's your relationship with Greek mythology?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. There was an episode of Seinfeld where they went to the Acropolis in Athens.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Seinfeld was on for like 14 gazillion years. It's probably true.
I know another goddess and it's Diana, but now I feel like she's Roman, and also our producer is Diana and she's stressing me out. What if it's not her? I think it's time, guys. Let's do it.
Athena, Hera, Athena, and Athena. It is, in fact, my favorite Battlestar Galactica pilot, Athena.
Oh, that's literally the only one I could name.
Makes more sense.
There's Artemis, who is your, Diana, and there's Aphrodite, whose name's Venus. But yeah. This was a guess. I had no idea.
All right. Well, oh, that was stressful. And I feel like it's time for us to keep it moving. We have just a few more questions to answer, but we got to go to a commercial again. Stay tuned after this break for the rest of Technically Incorrect. See you. Welcome back to Technically Incorrect, the game where everyone tries to be right after everyone tries to be wrong. Or if you're Eric, just write something that you know how to spell. Remember, you should also be trying to psych us out in the chat. We are gullible. AJ, make with the questions.
Your next question. Strum the lute and step back and repulse monkey are among the 24 postures in what Chinese art?
Strum the lute. Repulse monkey. Let's try them, guys.
Yeah, let's
all together.
So I'm almost wondering if Gangnam Style was inspired by a Chinese a ballet.
Isn't he Korean?
Yes.
This will be inspired
Yes,
by
he's
Chinese.
Korean. So yeah.
But also, like, they have
sure.
a long history.
It's also true.
Isn't Step Back and Repulse the Monkey a Peter Gabriel song?
Wouldn't put it past him.
Pulse the monkey. Pulse the monkey.
Hey, we repulse the monkeys.
People say
Repulse
we
monkey. The fucky monkey. Pulse monkey. We're building a
You can also
music around
hire us
here.
as entertainment for your next bar mitzvah event.
We only do monkey songs though.
Yeah.
Only monkey song.
But are we allowed? Because didn't we offend Coco earlier?
Coco's a gorilla.
Coco's not a
so,
monkey. Coco's a gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Before you
definitely
write us.
offensive to gorillas.
I can strum a lute. I can strum a guitar, so the lute's what? Like slightly different. It's fine.
Naim, since you're so good at lute strumming, what is the answer?
It's a great question. What Chinese art? Calligraphy.
I felt like it might be calligraphy. Because you can make like motions and you can, I don't know.
Oh, that's a really good answer.
Strumming the flute.
Man, that seems right.
I'm gonna be real embarrassed if it's right.
I don't know if it's right. Technically incorrect stresses me out. I just want to Google the answer, but I can't because I'm busy hosting this show. Answers up, everybody.
Tai Chi all around, another group effort for a point each.
Ooh, what if it was calligraphy?
If it had been calligraphy, I would have been
That
real
would've been
mad at myself.
amazing.
I didn't even think about calligraphy until I had already written down Tai Chi, and then you freaked me out, man. I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
said that, and I was like, oh, fuck, what if he's right?
yeah.
It's like the time that I was accidentally right, like in the old version of the show.
Back in the
Eric
day,
remembers.
earlier today,
Did that happen today too?
back before.
Yeah.
AJ, maybe we'll do really well in the next one too. What is it?
Well, we can hope. Birthplace of Elvis and Fancy Honey. What city sits near the Mississippi-Tennessee border?
Eric said that he hadn't been to Nashville, but have you been to Tennessee?
No,
Let's
these
see,
are all
Tennessee.
places far too southern for this Jew from New York to go to.
Don't you
Would you
live
go
in
to New Mexico?
Albuquerque? Isn't that south?
It's southwest. It's different. There's a lot of snowbirds here.
Well, I'm technically a Jew from New York, and I live in North Carolina. So
How's
don't
that
worry,
work?
don't worry. You can come down here. It's safe.
Isn't that like the north of the South, though?
Well, she's one of those coastal elites.
I must be.
I feel like North Carolina's nice. They have Asheville, which is trying to be like Austin. So that's a thing. Okay, so Elvis is associated with Nashville and possibly Memphis. Where's Graceland, y'all?
Graceland is in Nashville, right?
Memphis.
In Memphis.
I think it's
It's
in
in
Memphis.
Memphis. Darn
It's
it,
in
I always get
Memphis.
them mixed up.
Is Memphis near the border?
I think it's near a border. I don't
Yeah, I think
know
Memphis
which
is
one.
closer to like the Missouri border.
Like I think one of city is at each end of
What I know is that if you get on 270 in St. Louis, it says this way to Chicago, this way to Memphis.
So we've never been to Tennessee. No, y'all.
I have been in Nashville, but it was many moons ago. And
I went
was
to
in, like, high
Pigeon
school.
Forge. That's a place, y'all.
Yeah, but what about this fancy honey?
Honey.
Van Morrison helped me with this one.
Where do they have fancy
Oh.
bees?
I wish Van Morrison could help me with this one. That doesn't help at all, Eric Cohen. All right, here's some answers. Are they all Memphis? What does that
I can't
say,
even
Naim?
read that, Naim.
Murfreesboro.
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 I'm sure it exists. Do they have fancy
out.
honey?
I have
Well,
no
Naim
idea.
managed to fall ass backwards into a wrong answer. It is Tupelo.
That's the only like place-based honey that I've ever heard of. I have I thought it was just like a nice adjective. It was a place. I
I
thought it was
did think
Tupelo,
for a
like,
long time that
fragrant.
Van Morrison made that up, and then I found out it was a real thing.
Oh,
My parents
Oh.
immigrated to this country, so
my family
don't
likes
need
to
honey.
vacation
That's-
in Tennessee.
which means I've never heard Van Morrison. I mean, I've heard Van Morrison, but like not often.
My parents are too young for Van Morrison, so right there with you, Nime. All right. I think we need a different question because that's stressful, and also we've already alienated all of our Tennessee viewers.
Unless they're from Murfreesboro.
Oh yeah, shout out. AJ, what do we got?
Your next question. In a 70s commercial, the 70s was a decade that came before the 80s, Nime. Ella Fitzgerald used Memorex speakers to accomplish what cliche vocal feat?
Memorex also made CDRs when I was a kid.
Do they still exist?
I'm not sure they do. They might make
Don't
flash
know if
drives,
they
or they
do.
might just like have sold the brand to somebody else to make flash drives.
Nime, you mean like the ones that you could write, like you could make your mix CDs on?
Yeah. I like we had a bunch of Memorex like writable CDs when I was a kid. My dad sings, so he would like record on the Memorex CDs.
So is that what Ella Fitzgerald was doing?
She was, yes, what
was
she was
recording
doing in the
CDs.
70s is recording CDs on the Memorex. Absolutely. That's
I
definitely something they would have
definitely
done. They absolutely would have done that if they'd thought of it, or if they had, I don't know if they had the editing technology at the time, but just take the exact same Ella Fitzgerald commercial from the 70s and just apply it to the mid-aughts and make her write CDs. Like, you know, the Paula Abdul one where she's dancing with herself and MC Scat Cat.
Opposites attract.
Opposites attract.
Right. But I mean, there's a commercial with her doing it now. Like it's now Paula Abdul dancing with Opposites
Oh.
Attract era Paula Abdul.
Oh no.
So could it be auto tune? I mean, we think of auto tune as a recent thing, but it's definitely cliche, and I'm guessing that there was some modern speaker feature that would allow somebody to record themselves and then to do that. That would be really fancy and cliche.
I think at that time the R&B was getting like super synthy, so you get like things like Zap,
Herbie Hancock.
or
going
Bounce to
digital.
the Ounce.
That's around the time they started doing like the reverse drum thing. Forget the name of
What
it.
you know about that?
I don't know. I saw it
Um,
in a YouTube video once.
So yeah, I feel like maybe auto tune. That could be. Answers, y'all's. Ooh.
Lip sync, breaking glass, shattering glass. That is a point for everyone but Nicole this time.
Hey,
Shattering glass. But that's okay, because Naim is still dead last in the points.
I just I threw that one for you, Naim. You're welcome.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have any damn.
Swear to God, I thought it was
clue.
smarter than this.
Has everyone seen this commercial but me?
I've never seen this
I
commercial.
don't know.
That's
I
the
don't know.
cliche thing to do.
Actually,
I
I
assume
Yeah,
it's like
cliche and in the
the
70s.
speakers can replicate real sound so well that
Yeah.
even the speakers can shatter the glass. I think would probably be the idea.
I definitely remember the Memorex commercials from the 80s more, with the guy in the chair.
The guy in the chair and the glass.
blowing his head back. Is it live or is it Memorex?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't really remember the 70s, but I'm told I was there.
What's the 70s?
That's where they had disco and drugs.
See, once again, my parents spent the 70s in Pakistan, so like I don't even know what the 70s look like here.
My
Disco
parents were
and
children
drugs,
in the
so-
70s, so I don't think they know either. AJ, what's the next question?
Our penultimate question
My
for the
prison
evening.
computer.
Our penultimate question. In 1986, getting a little closer to Nime, Patricia
little before me.
McLaughlin won a Newbery Medal for what book about a gangly mail order bride?
So there was a book that people thought was appropriate for children, which I think is the Newbery Award is for young adult literature, about a mail order bride. That's what you're going to tell me.
Children, not like younger than young adults, like children.
Oh, children.
Yeah, I've got the same thought. Yeah.
Eric Cohen, what you know about that?
Mail order brides for children, they come in smaller boxes.
Oh, that hurts.
And that's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
And we're canceled. Well, I can tell you what everybody was reading when I was a YA reader. There was this book called The Other Boleyn Girl, and I don't know about Henry VIII's wives, but maybe one of them was a mail order bride.
Well, a whole
And it
bunch of them
seems
came from out
possible.
of the country, so
There you go. Leah, do you know?
well, no, I'm getting all these fairy tale names like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and the 12 Dancing Princesses and I guess the Grimm brothers were all about mail order brides, so why the heck not an 80s book, right?
So seven
Just-
brides
There
for
was a
seven.
lot of
Carrying the
cocaine back
tradition
then.
forward. Yeah.
Naim, were you reading literature that was 15 years old when you were a young adult?
So my brother was born in 1985, but in Pakistan. So again,
Shout out
that's-
to your brother though.
yeah.
80s
Shout
baby like
out to
me.
my brother.
I mean, I feel like this is probably a book I would have lied about reading in order to get free pizza in my youth.
How dare you? The reading pizza party is sacred. What are your answers? Like, I literally don't know. So here we go.
The Other Boleyn Girl, Amelia Bedelia, Coco's in the Mist, and Seven Brides. Everybody is wrong on this one. It is Sarah, Plain and Tall.
Oh yeah.
Somehow I felt like that was like classic.
Yeah, I thought that was older. Hmm. Well,
And we have learned in the chat that Christopher Walken and Glenn Close got Emmy nominations for the TV movie adaptation of the book. So, I mean, maybe that's worth watching because it's shorter than the book, and also, who doesn't like to look at Christopher Walken and Glenn Close? Seems right.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I understand, AJ, that this is our last question.
It is our final question of the evening, Nicole. The first result when you type kinky boots into Wikipedia is boots that reach to what body part?
Ooh. I
That
don't know
depends
who's
on
likely
who's
to know
wearing
this.
them, right?
Leah, you have opinions.
Well,
What do
that
you
depends
think?
on who's wearing them, right? I mean, they're gonna come up higher on some people than others.
I would say
Well-
they come up to your Wayne Brady.
Your what?
Your Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady played
Yeah.
kinky boots.
What's your Wayne Brady?
That's a great question. I didn't think we'd get this far. I just remember Wayne Brady was in kinky boots at some point.
Wasn't it Cindy
but Billy-
Lauper? Did she write that?
Yeah,
she
Cindy
did.
Lauper
She
wrote
did a
it.
book for that.
Billy Porter is the one who originated the role. But I think we're actually supposed to be talking about actual boots.
Actual boots. Yeah.
Actual boots. Yeah.
Not the Broadway
you
musical.
mentioned height difference, and then in my head, I immediately pictured red glittery boots coming up to Danny DeVito's nose.
Was that in an episode of Seinfeld?
Probably.
Probably.
Let's think about the physics, right?
Right.
Can boots come to someone's face?
Not if
I mean,
you're
that
wearing them
definitely
right.
would make them kinky.
Well, mayhaps. But I feel like, I don't know how we're supposed to put this for our PG rated show, but maybe they come up to the pelvis.
AKA you're Wayne Brady.
You're Wayne Brady. Yeah.
Good night, was saying. They come up to your, but I mean, I use the medical term so they can't censor me, right?
Is Wayne Brady not a medical term?
I don't think we're gonna get censored on this one. We now have a built-in euphemism that we can, keep using.
The Wayne Brady.
The Wayne
Fun
Brady.
fact,
Wayne
there's
Brady.
a brand of underwear not sponsoring us that gently cups your Wayne Brady.
I'm so
I
tired
think
of
Wayne
talking
Brady's
about
gonna sue us.
Maybe.
the Wayne Brady.
Or
What are
he'll
your
thank us.
answers? What
Yeah,
are your
one or the other.
answers?
Thighs all around. Everybody gets a point.
Hey.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
why?
Wayne Brady,
Because
if you're watching, you can take any of these chairs. It's fine.
if they came up to your Wayne Brady, you couldn't walk in them. Like they are still footwear. Practical. Anyway,
Well, if they're soft enough.
yeah, good job, team. Well, that's all of our questions. And we do have one thing for you to vote on after all. That's the winner of the show. AJ is going to pop out a poll and you can choose the panelist who you thought did the best job tonight. Whatever that means to you. There's many exciting things to choose from. But before that, there is one quantifiable measurement available to us. AJ, who scored highest during technically incorrect?
During technically incorrect with 7 total points is Nicole.
What? It's me.
In second place with 6 was Leah. In third place with 5 was Eric, and then Naeem played.
He gets a participation trophy just like everyone else in his generation. Well, there you go. Of course, you can choose a winner however you like. You don't need to pick me. I already got the objective winner. But either way, we're going to find out who's right when after one little itty bitty break. See you on the other side. Okay, audience, remember the fun doesn't stop when we reveal our winner. You can see everything else we're up to at geekswhodrink.com and by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know, your socials, and YouTube. Like and subscribe, etc., etc. Also, you know, we got videos most days of the week. I hear that on Fridays we have recently and stuff. That's your current events video that can keep you up to date. That's my personal favorite. Looking forward to it. But now, without further ado, AJ, who is our winner?
Our winner tonight with 28% of the vote is everybody but Leah, Nicole, Nime, and Eric all tied.
Oh,
Leah won last week.
It was her birthday.
Yeah.
But they didn't know that until after they voted, so.
We're just gonna pretend like it was a 4-way tie and we all got
Aw.
25%.
The real winner this week is Wayne Brady.
Or is it
Or
Feldstein?
Feldstein. Yeah.
Or is it all of us that bought MeUndies?
Use promo code. They don't have a promo code. MeUndies, please pay us.
Or is
They
it
don't
those
sponsor
who have
us,
bought
but maybe they could.
Sacks.
Sex.
Sacks.
When I was-
Go to Raytheon. Use promo code Geeks.
Don't do that.
Make
That's
sure
not
to
gonna
wear
work.
your thigh-high kinky boots the next time you have a three-way tie.
This is falling apart really quickly. Well, thanks for watching, as always. And make sure you come back next week to find out if everybody but Leah is still technically correct.
Technically correct, together forever, yeah. Technically correct, surviving the weather, yeah. Technically correct, birds of a feather, and I got a new obsession with you. Technically correct with you.
Technically Correct was filmed in front of a live internet audience.